Welcome to Low IQ Quick View. This is something a little bit different than that. I am doing a movie review for No Hard Feelings, the movie with Jennifer Lawrence. And it's a Thursday evening. I just went to the movie. I've been out of the movie probably about a couple hours now, and I decided, well, I think I'm going to make a review on that because I don't do a lot of theatrical reviews very much, just mostly physical media. So let's get to it here. The movie stars Jennifer Lawrence, Matthew Broderick, Natalie Morales, Evan Moss, Laura Benatti, Andrew Barth, and Scott MacArthur. The movie's basically about the movie centers around Jennifer Lawrence's Maddie and Andrew Barth's Percy. I guess his name's Andrew Barth Feldman. You can see his whole name right there. So the movie basically the movie's about Percy, who is essentially he's an incel, and he's basically friendless, sexless, shut in, basically 19-year-old who's getting ready to go off to college, and his parents want to get him laid too. And everybody's seen the previews. Most of you guys probably seen the previews to the movie and kind of know the basic plot of the movie. It's your typical rom-com, and for the most part, I think my general first impressions, it's a fun movie. A lot of times I just like to go to the movies just for fun and just to have a general kind of release and get away from everything. And this movie was definitely it. There's not a lot of politics. There's not really any politics in there. There's literally little, and it's just a fun little movie, and it's got some really funny parts in it. I don't think it's as funny as it was hyped. It's like I said, the most hilarious comedy since I guess whatever they were saying, pandemic for the last little bit, and that's possibly true because there's not been a lot of comedies in the last few years. And there's some good, you get to see Jennifer Lawrence in here. And this what I'm talking, and this is spoiler. This is a spoiler thing. I'll spoil it a little bit. But Jennifer Lawrence is completely nude in this movie. You see her from head to toe. I'm not sure I'm quite positive it was her. There was no body doubles because like all of us, you can Google her and see her naked, and I'm pretty sure it was her body. And so, not to be too crude for you guys out there, but it was her, and I mean full frontal. I mean everything, like breast and I mean you don't get any definition in the vaginal area, but you do. But you do see everything. You do. There's a couple of quick shots of her front side. So it was very surprising. It's just the one scene in the whole movie that's naked. There's a couple other scenes where they could have had nudity, but I guess it's so weird. I'm gonna tell you guys something. It's so weird. Hollywood's so progressive, but their rating system seems to be like very conservative. Like they still like they show less nudity they did back in the 80s and 70s and 80s. And it's really strange. I really find that disconnect to be very odd. I really think so. You think they would push, the progressives would push to have more stuff because it's more artsy. It's like a lot of art films have a lot of nudity in them and things like it, but they don't. It's like, and it's like this tug of war with mainstream society and like the feminists and other political groups. So it's really strange. But what I was thinking about a few minutes ago, it kind of inspired me to make this video, was that I was thinking about rom-coms. Like I see so many movies, and I see movies from all eras and things, and especially movies of the last 20, 30 years. It's almost like watching a tag team wrestling match. Like you with a kid watch. I mean, I watch wrestling a little bit here and there, but not a lot. But a tag team wrestling match always the same. Even a regular wrestling match is always the same. And you always have you had the baby face, the good guys. They come in and they start doing good. They're beating up. It looks like they're going to win quick. They're going to win quick. But oh no, they get blindsided by the bad guy. The other guy that's tagging in kicks the other guy when he gets thrown into the ropes, and the good guy goes down. And then all of a sudden the bad guys are in the ring, and for a long time, and the good guy's in there for so long, and they're like, he's got to tag. And then finally, like after 5 minutes or so, he's beat all to hell, but he tags out, and then and the other guy comes in freshly charged, and then and then the end half of the match starts, and then whoever wins at the end of the heel or baby face. But I feel like these movies, these rom coms, are kind of like it. Or a lot of movies are like this anymore. You have a lot of they have the same like this movie has like the same setup as all these other movies, and if that's what you like, it's fine. But basically, you have the beginning where the two people meet, they slowly get to know each other, and one of the other person kind of starts falling for each other, and then you have obviously the courting scenes and the montage. Usually all you have the montage kind of towards the middle of the movie where they're going on a date, they're walking on the beach, they're doing whatever in a montage type scene, and then you kind of get to the part where you get to the kind of the second or third act, the kind of the second act of the movie where everything falls apart and they're and then the relationship's in trouble. And so this movie kind of falls, and then they reconcile, and it's a happy ending. And so many movies follow this trope in Hollywood, and I just think I just thought of those two analogies for some reason together because it's just storytelling. It's just storytelling. That's what it is. I mean, books do it, and comic books do it. It's just a ongoing trope in movies. So for my overall impressions of No Hard Feelings is that I recommend everybody go see it. I think it's fun, not just because J Law's naked. You can Google her nude and you can find better nude pictures of her. It's no surprise. And I think it's really her. I think the overall impression of the movie is that it's an all right movie. It's not the greatest comedy ever. It's not the worst. It's just kind of I would say out of 10, I'll be fair, I'll give it a 6. It's a little above average, but it's got some funny banter in it. It's got some funny characters like the Natalie Morales in there, and her husband's played by, I think it's Scott MacArthur in the movie. The Jim and Sarah character, Sarah's pregnant in the movie, and Jim, he's kind of like a surfer guy. They're all like surfers. Like J-Lo's, you kind of find out at the end, she's like, it's kind of weird. I don't really want to go into that much of the movie because it's not really important because it's just a typical rom-com. It's just that they meet and there's crazy shenanigans, but it's really just kind of some physical comedy and things like that thrown in there. It's nothing really do an in-depth dive into the movie. Matthew Broderick's all right. He's like the dad, the rich person who's basically trying to give her, I never did. I can't believe it. At the beginning of this, I didn't say, but Jennifer Lawrence she's a struggle. She's she at the beginning of the movie, she's getting her car towed because she owes taxes, and she's going to get her property seized by the state. So throughout the movie, she's trying to get this car so she can start doing Uber again, so she can make money, and it's just. It's just kind of a typical thing, but I recommend this movie. Like I said, it's a 6. I think giving it a 6 is it's fair. I think it's really funny. I thought Jennifer Lawrence looked really good in the movie. Not like, she looked sexy, obviously, but she looked good, and I thought she did a good job. She's got some great facial expressions and things going on. I think she would do well in comedies. Did see an article saying that she had considered doing them before, but never got a script good enough. And I think at this point she's just trying to get back in the limelight. She's had a rough couple of years. I mean, I don't like some of the things she's done, the things she said about her family, and disavowing your family and stuff over who they vote for is ridiculous, and it's really shameful to me. But it's I'll still go see a movie with her because I've watched her ever since Winter's Bone, and I enjoyed several of her movies, and so I think she did a good job in this movie. The rest of the cast did a pretty good job too. I really enjoy. I thought the Andrew Barth was he's pretty good in it, and everybody else. I don't think there was any kind of guest. There was no really other guest appearances by anybody, so the cast is pretty minimal. It's pretty nice, and I see this video is getting kind of long, so this is supposed to be a short. This will be a low IQ short, but well, it's not short. It'll be a low IQ quick video, but it's 10 minutes is quick enough. So I'm mumbling now. Let's end this video here. And please, everybody, like, share, and subscribe. On my other videos, I'm getting decent views, but after I get 2 or 3 likes, nobody's liking it. So if you follow this to the end, like that and share and subscribe, please. I'll talk to you guys later. And if you like physical media, movie reviews, and pop culture, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me in the algorithm. And now back to our video.